So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On 1st down, it's Kelly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to loft one. Deep left. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. That is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Patriot! All right, here we go. Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. 319!
To throw is Kelly. To throw on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, Kelly. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On the stop there, Kenneth Acker. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And he fires one incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Lucky 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen going underneath for Gordon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, 46 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On second down, Kelly. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Detroit!
A play fake. Now Kelly. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Over! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
A toss play to Hunt. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Now Austin Eckler on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 62 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. It's their quarterback. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Kelly to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. And this is recovered by the Chargers. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Denver right after this. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like he said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now Allen operating from the gun. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To the air, Allen. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kellum. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Hurry up, here we go.
Kelly now throwing on 3rd and long. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On is the punter, King, to send it away. Fielded at the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A final shot before half for Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Play action, it's Kelly. Thomas barreling ahead. Demaryius Thomas. The 30, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Broncos cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Touchdown, Chargers.
Well, that was not quite the holy roller, partner. That was San Diego, Oakland. You might remember that in 1978, right? Kenny Stabler, forward fumble. Dave Casper falls on the end zone. Oakland beats him on the last play of the game. But that was a live football. And what a nice job he did to fall in the end zone. And yes, indeed, folks, that's a touchdown.
By the way, John Madden was coaching in that holy roller game, wasn't he?
He certainly was, and he wanted to make sure that the call went his team's way was out on the field and was told, yes, it's a touchdown. Now get back on the sidelines.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Kelly looking to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Allen going to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Allen, flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Kelly to throw on second down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Looking to throw on second down. Keller. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Brandon Marshall. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the gun, Allen. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On play action, Allen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his left. And some room to work. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run, too. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Wolfe able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And Denver getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Gone!
To throw is Kelly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw is Kelly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Gordon, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many...
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Detroit!
Here's Kelly from the gun on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Adam Gotsis in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Gone!
Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And coming out now, the Broncos. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Booker on first down. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Freeman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. On third down, Booker. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide.
Devontae Booker. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but This one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Here's Ekeler to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Allen. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the fly over the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for our visitors, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next